Yeah, you know what I told the guys was, I've been in a lot of locker rooms, a lot of post-game locker rooms as an assistant mostly, but even as a head coach, and I'm not so sure that I've been more proud of a group than I was on this group tonight. We've established that in order for us to have a chance to be a good team, a successful team, whatever that might mean for this group, we have to play with a chip on our shoulder. And we did that in the Bahamas, and they felt it, and they got a sense for what that feels like. And for some reason, since then, we lost it. We hadn't played like that since. And then we're coming off a really tough loss, embarrassing loss in some ways. And our backs are against the wall, and we got guys who are out that are a major part of our rotation, and they found a way to come together and restore that chip and play with it. And even though it wasn't pretty in the first half, I was excited at halftime about the competitive level, and it was just a matter of making a couple of shots. And we went inside to Caden, he responded. We affected the game in the paint with 21 offensive rebounds. We took care of the basketball for the most part. We had a couple of careless plays late in the game. But really proud of these guys, particularly proud of the contributions made by Jackson and Aaron coming into the game there. And Denver starting to get into a little bit of a groove. But it was a real team win. Really proud of the guys.
What adjustments did you make at halftime? Or was it just more a confidence kind of thing, it's just to talk to him, calm down kind of thing?
Yeah, I don't know if it was an adjustment, but there was an emphasis on getting the ball into the paint more. And you saw Emory, Jackson, Andrew, Caden, Trey, all of these guys score in the paint early in the second half. And by the second media timeout, we were shooting around 70%. We wound up shooting 68% in the second half. But most of those were in the paint. And then the ball, we made a couple of threes once the basket opened up for us a little bit. We still got a long way to go in terms of finishing and ball handling and some skill stuff. But if we don't play with that chip, all of that stuff becomes obsolete. And we're going to continue to compete, and we can hone in and get better in the areas where we need to.
And part of that tip related to the effort on defense this season, I'm not worried about offense for you, but irrespective, you want to have a defense be consistent game in, game out. Is that right?
I don't think we can have it any other way. And I don't think we have enough margin for error for that not to be at the core of who we are. But we got to get better everywhere. But we can't. We're not the kind of team that's going to give up 50% to the opponent and just outscore them. I've had teams like that can mask some things because you got some guys that can go get it. We don't have that kind of group, so we've got to be consistent there for sure. Yes.
How is Andrew coming along in adjusting to your system and your style of play?
Yeah, I don't even know if it's so much about system and style of play. It's about his individual improvement as a player related to his motor. He's got to be a high effort, multiple effort guy that plays with a great motor, and that doesn't matter who he's playing for. He's not going to set the world on fire as a shooter, although he's capable. He's not a great back to the basket player, but he's capable. But what he is he's a big, athletic, skilled, who can move. But so if you're a guy who's mobile and athletic, then you need to move a lot. You need to go after every rebound. You need to be able to guard smaller guys. You need to be able to So his motor is critical to his development as a player. And I think the last couple of games you saw that his motor was running at a level that gives him an opportunity to impact games.
What do you want to improve upon before the next game?
There's so much there, but I think each individual player needs to get better. Collectively, we need to be more consistent at communicating on defense and that multiple effort thing and that toughness and chip that we talked about. We got to grow that. It's not like it showed up tonight, but it can't visit us and then go back on vacation. Like we need that to be consistent. And then we got to take care of basketball better. We got good shooters, and Denver and Alam have distinguished themselves, but Emory, Jacob, Aaron, all of these guys are capable too. So as those guys start to, then we become more of an attack team with multiple guys that can affect the game. And then obviously, getting some guys healthy.